Good evening. Welcome to the June 24th, 2025 meeting of the Emerson Governing Body. For those of you present, in case of a fire, please follow the exit signs above each door and exit calmly. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I would ask you to remain standing for a moment of silence in memory of former Bergen County freeholder, Mr. David Gans, former police chief of Oradell and resident of Emerson, Mr. Frank Florio, Terrence Maloney, and a very nice man that we recently held a blood drive, well, that the borough assisted with in a blood drive, Mr. Armando Gonzalez. May they rest in peace. Thank you. This meeting is called pursuant to the provisions of the Open Public Meetings Law and adequately noticed pursuant to NJSA 10-4-10. This meeting of June 24th, 2025 was noticed to the Record and Ridgewood News on January 7th, 2025, and published in said newspapers, posted on the bulletin board in the municipal building and on the website, and has remained continuously posted as required under the statute. Ms. Ryan, would you please call the roll call of the governing body?
Mayor DePaula.
Present.
Councilwoman Rice.
Here.
Councilwoman Sayers.
Here.
Councilwoman McGuire.
Present.
Council President Argenzia.
Here.
Councilman Timmerman.
Here.
And Councilwoman Chelino. Here. Everyone's present.
Thank you. There are no proclamations this evening. Minutes for approval. All minutes will be listed for approval at the next meeting. Correspondence, of which there's a lot, is on file in the clerk's office. Appointments, there are no appointments this evening. I already said that. This isn't stable, so I'm going to get lost. Financial business, may I have a motion to approve resolution number 171-25 to approve the June 24th, 2025 bills list?
So moved. Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Rice.
Yes.
Councilwoman Sayers.
Yes.
Councilwoman McGuire.
Yes.
Council President Argenzia. Councilman Timmerman.
Yes.
And Councilwoman Chelino. Yes.
Thank you. The next item on the agenda is unfinished business. So we've been going back and forth talking about a brand-new electronic message board for the borough. Joe from KC Signs was supposed to be with us this evening, but something came up, probably the 106-degree weather, I would guess. Long day for someone that works outdoors. And he was going to do a site visit with us in order to see where to place the sign. So in the meantime, we need to authorize the purchase of the electronic sign. Everybody received the information in their packets, and the grand total, I believe, was under what we budgeted. What was the? For the installation and for the frame and for everything, correct?
Yeah.
So I think we had almost 50 or 60,000 budgeted over a couple of years for that. So we need to do a roll call onto whether or not we're going to move forward with the sign. He brought the sign several meetings ago. I believe everybody saw it. And there's also a change order, I believe, on it as it relates to the sign that is already out there that does not work because there is a glitch between the connection with the Wi-Fi from the building and the electricity or something out to where it is in the center of town. But Joe from KC thinks it would actually work if we replaced it on the front of Borough Hall, because it would be like hard grounded, I guess, I think he said. So we have to, but there's a $20,000 charge to move it, is that correct? No, it can't be to move it, if it's $39 for a brand new sign.
The total was around $20,435 plus a drawing fee of $695 and the permitting fee of $695.
And that's to move the old sign.
That is to move the old sign.
Seems
the
high.
message center
That sounds like a
relocation.
lot.
Yeah, seems high.
I think we should continue to explore that. Does anybody else have an opinion?
I think so.
It sounds like an awful lot.
Yeah, that seems like a lot.
And we just got those numbers late last week, so they were in everybody's packets. But as far as the new sign goes, we're not voting on the placement yet. We're still gonna ask Joe to come up and bring the sign and put it where we think it belongs, and then we can all have our opinion on it. But, I just would like to someone to make a motion to actually authorize the purchase of that electronic message board.
So moved.
Because it takes about 8 weeks in order for us to get it. So that means that we should have it by September. And have also been working behind the scenes to get new, either wooden or, what's that called? Trex signs that say, "Welcome to Emerson." And we're hoping to coordinate the installation of all of our signs, hopefully by the mid-September. Don't hold me to that, but that's kind of the goal.
Okay, I'll make the motion.
Everyone's on board with that? Nicole seconded that, Jill's first, okay? And a roll call, please.
Councilwoman Rice.
Yes.
Councilwoman Sayers.
Yes.
Councilwoman McGuire.
Yes.
Council President Argenzia.
Yes.
Councilman Timmerman.
Yes.
And Councilwoman Chelino.
Yes.
Thank you. And that was Resolution 172-25. Sorry, I didn't throw that out there. The next item on the agenda is new business, utility bills audit. And this is in order to authorize Troy Banks for a utility bills audit. What they do is they go through all of the bills and they see if we're due any money back. I think in the past they have found money, and I believe they take, what, 20%? 22% of whatever money they find. What, Nicole?
No, I said 22% at the same time, Michelle.
Yeah, 22%. Is everyone in agreement for that? They did it in 2016, and it netted a total of $7,500.
Since then, we've been.
Right, but you never know if they have lapsed again. So can I get a motion to approve Resolution 173-25 to authorize the agreement with Troy Banks for utility bills, audit, and cost recovery services?
So moved.
Ashley?
Yep.
Ashley seconded.
Councilwoman Rice.
Yes.
Councilwoman Sayers.
Yes.
Councilwoman McGuire.
Yes.
Council President Argenzia.
Yes.
Councilman Timmerman.
Yes.
And Councilwoman Chelino.
Yes.
Passes 6-0.
Okay. And then the next item on the agenda is the discussion of the pickleball courts at the Emerson Junior Senior High School. If everyone recalls, the Board of Ed asked us, in order to contribute for the maintenance and the refurbishing of the tennis courts, and we said that if we did that, could we please also line them for pickleball, since pickleball is such an up-and-coming sport? And the council agreed, and now we are at the point where they're going to be lining that sometime very soon, Michelle?
Yeah, so,
Do you want to grab that from me?
Sure. Thank you.
I'll add in if I have to.
Sure. So this project has just started in its final phase of lining. So it will take a few weeks, but then the courts will be open and ready for play. So we're in the process of scheduling a meeting with the Board of Education just to finalize schedules and everything, but there's an end date that's soon, and we're excited for that. The borough is going to be purchasing portable pickleball nets that are on casters, and that will take a few weeks to get them, but we're excited. Tonight, there is an ordinance for introduction, ordinance 1706-25, to set annual fees to use the courts. And the proceeds will go to funding the maintenance of the courts. That's
And
included-
where are the fees?
uh,
I have a lot of papers here tonight.
How are they gonna monitor who accesses the courts? Like,
Is there gonna be some sort of keypad or?
So we are looking into options. That is something that we have to discuss further with the Board of Education. But there are several options, and one is like a fob system or a magnetic system. And in the ordinance, this would just be for 2025 rates, since it's
So
a
these are
prorated
prorated.
season.
So,
Yeah.
for the first year, we're gonna have very nominal rates, and then they will go up for non-residents, as it goes forward. Because we're already missing part of the season, I don't think they're really gonna be playing, because the, high school also has dedicated them for community school. So there'll be some limited play as well after they're up. So, the committee got together and they decided that the prorated fee for this year would be, let me just look at that again so I can announce it. $25 for an individual resident to get a pass for the remainder of the year, and $75 for a non-resident individual pass. And then a household for a resident would be $60, and for a non-resident family or household would be $150. And then any Emerson Junior High School students, there would be no charge, since it's on the school property and they are the students there. Does anyone have any comment about this? This is something that we worked on with the pickleball committee, and I wouldn't get used to these rates. These are sort of the introductory rates as we get more information, and then we are actually looking at ways, like you said, Councilwoman, to secure them. And we're still kind of going back and forth whether we need like a part-time employee that's gonna sit there and manage the courts and the court times, whether it's gonna be a website, whether it's gonna be swipe cards, or whether we're gonna use some kind of like a badge system, not unlike a beach badge, to show whoever's checking that that person should be on those courts and has paid. We're welcome to any comments. We put together the pickleball committee, and we've met on several occasions. It's been very productive, because we found some pickleballers in order to get on there, so they kind of know the lingo and they know what's going on in the places that they play outside of Emerson. So it has been very, very helpful, so we do thank those volunteers for their time. But does anyone on the governing body have any comments about it? No? I know everyone's just excited about pickleball.
I'm sure it'll be a little learning curve for the first year, and they'll get everything.
Right.
Yeah, it's good.
And the season's gonna be short, because,
Yeah.
they've already
Which might be
missed like
better
2
in a
or
way,
3 months,
just
right,
to-
as we continue to iron out the kinks.
Yep.
Okay? So I don't think there's any action to be taken on that tonight, correct? I lost
No,
myself.
other than introduce.
So we're just gonna introduce that ordinance for those fees. Ms. Ryan will announce by number and title the following ordinance. Upon approval, this ordinance will be further considered at a public hearing to be held on July 15th, 2025 at 7:30 PM, or as soon thereafter as the matter can be addressed in the council chambers of the Borough Hall, 1 Municipal Place, Emerson, New Jersey, and published in the record. All ordinances are posted on the Borough website and on file in the office of the municipal clerk, if anyone would like copies. Ms. Ryan, would you please read the title of ordinance 1706-25?
Sure, Mayor. This is ordinance number 1706-25, an ordinance to amend chapter 200 of the Code of the Borough of Emerson entitled Parks, Playgrounds, and Recreation Areas.
Can I get a motion and a second?
Second.
Second.
And a roll call, please.
Councilwoman Rice?
Yes.
Councilwoman Sayers?
Yes.
Councilwoman McGuire?
Yes.
Council President Argenzia?
Yes.
Councilman Timmerman?
Yes.
And Councilwoman Chelino?
Yes.
Passes.
Very good. And that next topic is agenda item 13, reports. Councilwoman Rice, do you have a report for us this evening?
I just have two quick ones, one from environmental. There are 2 plots left in the garden, so if you want to get involved, it's wonderful. I was there today. I'm there several times a week. Everyone's garden is flourishing, but there are 2 left for you, so get your application in and drop it off to Borough Hall. And as for library, just check out the website. There are so many programs going on for adults and children alike, so all summer long.
Councilwoman Sayers, do you have a report for us this evening?
Yes, I do. First of all, I just want to give a big shout out to our Recreation Commission for hosting the Emerson Summer Kickoff on June 14th, 2025. Despite a little bit of rain, residents still came out to enjoy the wonderful events throughout the day and a beautiful fireworks display to end our evening. Just thank you to everybody who made that event possible and, kept smiles on kids' faces. I know my children enjoyed it. They didn't care about getting wet. They were sweaty, rained on, everything, and they had a blast. They didn't want to leave. And everyone I talked to had the same feeling. So we were happy that the event still took place, and it was great. So thank you to everybody. And then just don't forget some upcoming events happening. We have our cornhole tournament on July 17th. And I know this one's a little far out, but save the date for our Fall Harvest Festival, which is happening on October 19th.
I want to piggyback on just about the timing of the day, because on the poster, it did say that it was, had a rain date of the following day. And I think people were confused, and there was really no confusion. If you have a weekend where there's rain on both days, you may as well go with the first date, and that's what the Rec Commission decided to do. And I think at the end of the day, it was the best decision. I know it was a hard decision for them, but the next day being Father Days and raining was kind of a double whammy, so to go with it the first day. So that's why we sent the announcement out, in order to let everybody know that we were going through with it, even though it was going to be a bit rainy. Councilwoman McGuire, do you have a...
Yes, the next meeting of the Shade Tree Commission is Wednesday, July 9th at 6:30 PM. The meeting takes place at Borough Hall. As always, if you're interested in having a tree planted in the borough right away in front of your property, reach out to shadetree@emersonnj.org, and you could schedule that with them. And also just congrats to the class of 2025 and wishing all the students of Emerson a very fun and exciting summer.
Thank you. Council President, do you have a report for us this evening?
I do not. The Board of Health did not have a quorum this past month, so they did not meet, and they took a break for the summer. So no reports there. Did also want to say the same thing as on the back of Councilwoman Ashley, that I want to say thank you to all and everybody that put out that worked very hard and tirelessly for the Family Town Day for Emerson. I thought it was wonderful. Same thing, little rain didn't stop anybody. Everybody still enjoyed themselves and had a great time, and the fireworks was amazing. So I just wanted to thank everyone working hard for that. And also congratulations to the class of 2025.
Thank you. Councilman Timmerman, do you have a report for us this evening?
I don't have a report.
No report.
Nope.
Councilwoman Chelino, do you have a report for us this evening?
I do. So if you haven't already done so, the Historic Committee has put a display case at the library displaying all sorts of historic memorabilia from the town of Emerson. Their last meeting was actually this past week, and they won't be meeting again until September. I do have a report from the DPW as well. This month, the DPW trimmed 2 trees and removed 2 dead trees for the Shade Tree Commission. They also have been watering all the newly planted trees for the commission. The DPW painted the exterior of the firehouse in preparation of the new truck wet down, which, please note, will be July 26th, and that'll be a really great activity for everybody to come down and kind of christen our new fire truck. The DPW also set up and spruced up for our town day, which again, like everyone else has said, it was really a fantastic day despite the weather. And then happy to report that the town received our environmental report from the Joint Insurance Fund, and we received a 100% satisfactory score.
Wonderful. Okay, I'll just kick off my report with another huge thank you to the Recreation Commission, including Presiding Officer Andrea Lauterbach, as well as their Vice Chair, O'Neill Ellis, who helped to quarterback that whole day of festivities. And I'd also like to thank the police department who were on site for most of, really for the whole day, keeping us safe, as well as the auxiliary police, our fire department, our Emerson Volunteer Ambulance Corps, and of course, Perry Salamando and our DPW. And we also want to thank all of the people that contributed donations in order for everything to make it a free event. I know that it's very important to the Recreation Commission and volunteers that it is a truly free event, and they've pulled it off again. I mean, they've even had the addition of the ice cream and the ice truck coming, and there's no charge for that. If you've never been to one of the summer kickoffs, and the true name is Emerson Summer Kickoff, but it's really our town picnic, our town day. It gets a lot of different monikers. Next year, it's generally in June. Please make a point of coming down, saying hello. The governing body is usually on hand, many volunteers from our fire department and the EVAC, and it's a great way to get to know your neighbors and become part of the community. So if we didn't see you this year, we'll see you next year. The heat advisory was in effect for today, and the police sent out a message saying that the council chambers here, where it's actually very cool, would be a cooling station from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. And I wanted to let people know that if you're watching this on Wednesday, that this also is a cooling station, as it is expected to be just as hot on Wednesday. Also, do not leave your young children or your pets unattended in vehicles, as the inside of your car can reach very lethal temperatures in a matter of minutes. Exciting news, the Mayor and Council presents Summer Concert Series, sponsored by the Mayor's Wellness Campaign and all of our sponsors also, and that donated money in order for this to happen, is beginning on July 9th with a new act called the Rummies. They have played at the Emerson Hotel, and it's a band that's familiar to me. It's a classic rock band, and we're excited about that. On July 16th, The Edge will be playing. That is also a new band. July 23rd, Emerson resident Stephen Connolly will be strumming on his guitar and singing for us. And then the Emerson Project, which is made up of a bunch of fellows that graduated high school in the 70s here in Emerson, will be playing, I think, for the third year in a row, as well as Teresa Canada with her band Beauty and the Grease on August 6th. So all of these dates will be listed on the Borough website, on social media, probably on little flyers around town. So the concerts are on Wednesdays from 7 to 9 at Borough Hall, and the rain date will generally be the following day. If anything changes, then we will send out a message, or we will post it on social media and the Borough website. The next senior meeting is July 10th. All Emerson residents 55 and over are invited to join this lively bunch. They have weekly activities, take day trips, and often have in-house programs at their monthly meetings. For more information, please go to www.emersonnj.org/seniors for more information. The Motor Vehicle Commission will be at the Senior Center Friday, July 11th from 9 to 3. You do need an appointment for the Real ID, and I believe the appointments are filled up at this time, but there's no appointment necessary for registration renewals, duplicate titles, surrendering license plates, registering for handicap, veteran or Purple Heart placards. If you have a Real ID appointment, please visit our website to find out what documents are required for you to bring. In the interest of the taxpayers and saving additional monies associated to the budget, the borough will not be issuing estimated tax bills. We will instead wait for the County of Bergen to strike a tax rate sometime in July. If anyone has questions, you can contact the tax collector. I actually have a question on this, Michelle, because I did not discuss this with Lauren. So the county has not announced their tax rate yet. So we really don't know what the actual taxes are going to be. Is that the situation?
The county usually strikes the tax rate sometime in July. So yes, we will be sending out not estimated tax bills. We're going to send out actual tax bills once
But they're just being delayed.
They may not be delayed, it depends on the county, but sometime in July, the county will set their tax rate. And it's usually done after the state adopts their budget, which is by law, I think, by June 30th.
Okay.
July 1st.
So we will be mailing them out, we're just not mailing them out right now.
We are not mailing, so,
I think this is a little conflicting.
no, maybe it's not worded properly, I'm sorry. So estimated tax bills are mailed out when you don't have all the tax rates that are set.
Right.
We are not doing that. We're waiting for the county to set their tax rate and then sending out actual tax bills.
Okay.
And we're saving on the cost of postage and printing of estimated tax bills.
Okay. If you have any questions, please call Lauren in the tax office. A reminder that borough offices will be closed on July 4th in observance of Independence Day. There will be no garbage pickup on July 4th. No garbage pickup on July 4th. I know those are always the questions that people ask. And we want to thank Chief Savino for donating a TV to be used in the Borough Hall Conference Room for training and remote sessions. Save the date, the Emerson Fire Department is having a wet down on July 26th. A wet down is generally when they just turn the fire truck pumps on and everybody comes down and the kids all jump in the water and get wet. There's also some food and beverages involved, and that is July 26th. Please look at the borough website for more details. We want to thank Emerson resident Jeremy Roman for his thoughtfulness and generosity. He dropped off a cooler full of cold Gatorade yesterday for our DPW employees to help keep them hydrated during this extreme heat. That was really a really wonderful thing. Thank you, Jeremy. I did attend graduation up until at least the point that I had to run to the land use board meeting. And I want to congratulate all of the Emerson Junior Senior High School graduates in the class of 2025. And the next regular meeting of the Emerson governing body will take place on Tuesday, July 15th at 7:30 p.m. John, do you have any report for us this evening? Okay. Michelle, do you have any report for us this evening?
I do. Thank
Okay.
you. So PSE&G's, thank you. PSE&G's contractors finished paving the Phase 1 streets last week that were part of their gas modernization program. Phase 2 streets will begin in the fall after the settling period ends. PSE&G has also been working on Ackerman at the request of Mayor DePaula to address the uneven areas of the roadway created by that project. So I drove the roadway today and conditions are improving. They're not perfect, but
They're not perfect, but they are definitely improved. I drove it a couple of times
yeah.
myself.
We will continue to monitor it, and as I said, it will be paved and restored in the fall with Phase 2 of the project, the restoration project. We're working with our grant writers and our engineer on some grants, including the DOT municipal aid grant that is Resolution 175-25 tonight, the T-Mobile hometown grant for field maintenance, and potentially one from Sustainable Jersey, which I will provide more information at our next meeting on. The Emerson Senior Door Project is moving forward as well. Catherine, if you are prepared to speak about it tonight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Comment on it too.
And then also, I believe you're going to speak about
The grant as well.
improvements to
yeah.
Park Ave Phase 2 project as well. I just wanted to say that we had a successful election on June 10th. There were no major issues, thankfully. I just wanted to thank Deputy Clerk Triessa DeSimone and our administrative assistant, John Rispoli, and all the board workers. The election results have been certified by Bergen County, so you can go on their website to see the
Final
official,
tallies.
the official results. And I just wanted to say thank you to John Rispoli. He started as our intern, and then he became our part-time administrative assistant, and he floated in between offices to help out as needed. His last day is Thursday, and I just wanted to express my appreciation for all the help that he gave to the clerk's office and to the borough, and wish him the best of luck.
Wonderful fella, always happy to lend a hand, and we will definitely miss you, John. Catherine, do you have a report for us this evening?
Yes, thanks for teeing me up, Michelle. Yeah, so a couple items to report on. First, the Municipal Aid 2024 NJDOT project, which is Park Avenue Phase 2. Last week, we did have the pre-construction meeting with the contractor, who is Smith Sondy. The contractor advised that they'd be starting construction around mid-July and that will continue into mid-August. We'll continue to coordinate with the contractor and ensure that he provides proper notice to all residents in the area of disturbance. As far as the Emerson Senior Center ADA door improvement project, the plans are finalized. We're simply waiting on the green light from CDBG to be able to proceed with soliciting bids for the project. In regards to the Municipal Aid 2026 local aid grant, Neglia is working with Bruno Associates as well as the clerk to submit for the grants for this project. We've already turned everything into Bruno, so they're finishing it up on their end, but we are submitting for the rehabilitation of South Dorchester Avenue and Dorchester Avenue, since this roadway is in pretty bad shape and in need of repair. As a point of clarification, we did consider doing the other portion of Lincoln Boulevard originally for this grant. However, it seems that PSE&G has already paved a portion of this road, and the road appears to be in acceptable condition, so it didn't warrant paving at this time. And then in speaking with the DPW, we decided that it was better to proceed with South Dorchester and Dorchester instead.
So that'll become part of the drainage improvement project at
Correct.
that
So
point.
that'll
It's not that we're going to pave it now and then tear it up.
Correct. So timeline projection-wise, we'll probably receive these grants funds sometime in fall of 2025, and then we have 18 months to award it, and then on top of that, you could also apply for an additional 6-month extension if warranted, which if there's still drainage improvements, we can extend it even further. So we have time to award that project, but that will definitely help aid in restoring the road after all those drainage improvements.
Very
occur.
good. Thank you for that explanation.
Yep.
Anything else?
No, just that the 2025 road program is on the consent agenda for tonight, so Neglia will proceed with preparing the specifications and plans for that to go out to bid as well.
Very good. Any questions for Catherine from anyone? No?
Thank you.
Okay. The next item on the agenda is public comment. Members of the public are welcome to speak on any topic by coming to the podium and stating your name for the record. In the interest of time, all who wish to speak, please keep your comments brief and concise. May I have a motion to open the meeting to public comment?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, we are open to the public. Seeing nobody in the gallery, I would ask for a motion to close the meeting to general comments from the public.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. The next item on the agenda is resolutions on consent. These are considered routine and will be enacted by one motion of the council and one roll call vote. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless a council member requests an item be removed for consideration. May I have a motion to approve consent agenda resolution 174-25 through 189-25? So Nicole seconded. Thanks, Nicole. And a roll call, please.
Councilwoman Rice.
Yes.
Councilwoman Sayers.
Yes.
Councilwoman McGuire.
Yes.
Council President Argenzia.
Yes.
Councilman Timmerman.
Yes.
And Councilwoman Chelino.
Yes.
Thank you. The next item on the agenda is closed executive session, resolution number 190-25. May I have a motion to go into closed to discuss matters exempt from the public pursuant to NJSA 10-4-1 at second, adequately noticed by resolution 190-25.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Rice.
Yes.
Councilwoman Sayers.
Yes.
Councilwoman McGuire.
Yes.
Council President Argenzia.
Yes.
Councilman Timmerman.
Yes.
And Councilwoman Chelino.
Yes.
Thank you. We are going to shut off the camera and go into closed session. Members of the public may remain on mute. May I have a motion to reconvene?
So moved.
Second.
Sorry. Do we have any other business to discuss?
Yes, I'd like to make a motion for Resolution 191-25 to adopt Cybersecurity Incident Response Plan and Technology Policy Version 1.91.
So moved.
Second.
And a roll call, please.
Councilwoman Rice.
Yes.
Councilwoman Sayers.
Yes.
Councilwoman McGuire.
Yes.
Council President Argenzia.
Yes.
Councilman Timmerman.
Yes.
And Councilwoman Chelino.
Yes.
Very good. With no more business to discuss, may I have a motion to adjourn at 9:34 PM?
So moved.
Second.
Second it.
Very good. Thank you, everyone. Have a safe and happy 4th of July. We'll see you soon. 15th of July.